any questions, Bob?
What is that? Only one suspect or multiple?
Yeah, one suspect in custody for what appears to be maybe a trespassing or a burglary call. So we're going to be here for a little while, but nothing exciting is going to happen.
Okay, and this, I think he.
I was just curious. I lived across the street there.
Oh, okay.
I heard the same thing. I heard some honking and saw somebody take off running. Didn't know what was going on.
Okay. Which house are you in?
Right across the way there.
That white single-story house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we need anything, can we come over and ask you some questions? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I don't want to be able to be much help. But...
Okay. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you. Have a good night, Mr. Webb.
All right, you too, and be safe.
Thank you.
Yeah, they found him right behind that last garbage can over there.
I heard something clanking. I didn't know if he was hiding in the can or behind it.
No, he was hiding behind it, between the garage and the garbage can.
We saw you walking out here. I'm like, surely a suspect didn't wandering away that slowly in a reflective jacket.
No. No, I'm a cop watch. I go around from the police and stuff like that. So, I gotta go to juvenile court tomorrow. Yeah, one of the, I videotaped a arrest last week where they, let this 21-year-old girl in that was sleeping with a 16-year-old boy. And due to it's a 16-year-old boy, not a 16-year-old girl.
Sure, but yeah, still.
The cops didn't want to do anything about it, but they did arrest him for a gun that she pulled out of her purse and said was his.
Oh goodness! I guess that keeps you pretty busy then. Is that a full-time job? It can't be your leisure activity?
Actually, this is my leisure activity.
Wow.
I spend the day. I'm on SSI, so I spend the day loading videos.
Oh, I see.
And then I come out at night. This is when stuff happens usually.
Yeah, usually this neighborhood's pretty quiet. At least as far as I know. I'm sure a lot of stuff's going on under my nose without me even knowing it.
I was sort of surprised when I heard where the perimeter was. I'm like, there's nothing there.
I was worried about them. The people that live there, I saw somebody get out of a car and run up to that porch. I guess that was the guy that was trying to get away, but I was hoping that the neighbor wasn't in trouble.
I think that's the reporting party.
She's usually pretty on top of things.
Sounds like the only thing they have them for is maybe trespass, but
Yeah, I was wondering what the infraction was.
that'd be a hard thing to prove because you got DA's not going to accept a trespass on that.
And you don't run from that kind of trespassing. You say, okay, you got me. Like,
Yeah.
how you doing?
People run anyway.
I guess.
I watched the person run because they had a warrant for failure to show up on a trespass. I mean, people run for all kinds of different
Yeah,
reasons.
that's true.
But, I mean, it's, like the officer said, we got him for trespass and maybe attempted burglary, but I don't see. I can see them trying to press burglar or trespass, but the problem is the owner of the property needs to tell the person to leave,
Yeah.
and either the person doesn't leave or either the person doesn't leave or the person leaves and comes back would qualify for trespass. An attempted burglary, you got to be able to prove that the person was trying to steal something. Yeah, this is actually a Gresham call. But Portland was out here, so Portland showed up.
Our friends from the Portland Police Bureau helped us out, but we're Gresham Police here today.
Yeah, we were just sitting in the living room and heard a bunch of honking, and there was 2 cars here, and there was one that kept going to the corner and yelling at somebody, coming back and turning around and driving up halfway up the yard.
Yeah, it's funny this week. This week I had but he just flew back today. I had a friend visiting me from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and the way he cop watches is a lot different than here. We generally yell at them when they yell at us, or they give us some bogus rule, like if they sat there and said, well, we need you to go back to 162nd or something like that, then they'll get a nice cussing out. He'll sit there and cuss them out just right from Jump Street. But that, like, I know cop watchers in California, they won't cuss them out at all, regardless of, you know. But yeah, it's funny. He was staying over at Hostel in downtown Portland or northwest Portland, and he goes, "Hey, you got a subscriber that lives here, or not lives here, works here." I go, "What? Really?" He goes, "Yeah." So he introduced me to her last night. She seen me walk in there, and she's sitting there watching and watching. I'm like, "What's the little lady watching me for?" And then Derek came in, she walked over, and he introduced us. She's like, "What's your take on police?" I go, "Well, police, we need them, but we don't need them to do as much as they do. They should be held to the same laws that we have to do. I don't believe in the policeman's Bill of Rights. I don't think police should be called out on homeless people. I don't think they should be called out on mental health calls unless, it's someone that's armed."
It's such a weird job because you have to be ready for so many different things. I don't envy it. I see why it goes wrong all the time. You have to be an expert in 1,000 different subjects.
Yeah. And then if you score too high on the IQ test, they won't hire you. Which I think is absolutely retarded. Some not rich guy, but some really intelligent guy that had like 140 IQ turned around and sued back east because he's like, "They won't hire me because I'm too intelligent."
Seems like he'd be smart enough to sandbag the test.
And he goes, and the courts ruled that it's not discrimination, that they don't have to have
That's not one of the things on the poster.
yeah. And that actually being too smart and their argument is that being too smart is a detriment to being a police officer.
Figure it's a detriment to a lot of things.
Yeah. Because see, the thing is if you get if you're really smart, you know the law and you studied and stuff, and you've been a police officer for a couple of years, you get a bogus order that's illegal, you might tell the sergeant, I'm not going to do that. So, and that's why Portland police get sued all the time. I mean, the lady that I'm going to court for right now, as soon as she's done with that, as soon as she's done with her boy going to juvenile court, she's filing a lawsuit. You know. And she goes, don't worry, you'll be getting a big chunk of that money. I go, why is that? Well, because if it wasn't for your videoing, my son would be in a lot of trouble right now. On the police report, it said nothing about the officers lifting a 21-year-old into the window of a house. On the police report, it said that she forgot her key, and that it was in the house, and she knew a window that was open, and that she can go in there. Well, so the attorney had her bring in the renter's agreement and pictures that showed that the window that they climbed through was busted. The lock was busted off.
Yep. I'm gonna go update my wife real quick.
All right. You two have a good night.
Hey, you too.
All right.
Yo, it's awesome. It's the best thing. For me. Thanks, Sergeant. Yep. Bob, there's better calls in the city, my man.
I know.
I'm telling you.